All right, I tell you, this is quite the forecasting challenge for early next week. I'm not going to make a prediction tonight. I just want to show you the differences in model guidance because literally this storm could end up being from one extreme, just light snow, to the other extreme, 2 feet of snow. There's so many factors at play. We have a lot of energy on the field. What it's going to come down to is how much cold air presses and stays in place. But the point is, you can't press too much. So if there's not enough cold air, it's more ice and rain. If there's just enough cold air, we have a major snowstorm. And if there's too much cold air, it presses the storm to the south, like what happened to my Wednesday storm today. We all saw an inch of snow. So let's take you through the models here. I just want to show you guys how complicated this is. This is going to start with the GFS model from this afternoon. This was the best case scenario. Well, worst case or best case, considering if you like snow. So for most of you, it's the worst case scenario. But so here comes our storm system hitting the country on Friday. So that's another thing. We don't have good sampling of this system yet. So until this really hits the country, we don't know what the heck's going to happen. That's why putting out a forecast on my part tomorrow, it's going to be really speculative, but I'm going to do it because I usually like to do it within 4 or 5 days. So here comes our storm system. Out ahead of the storm system, you can see the cold air is indicated by this blue line ahead of the system. Okay, so storm tries to organize, like I talked about this morning, in the Central Plains. And watch what the GFS does here. So there's overrunning precipitation. This is all snow. So Monday at 1 a.m. it's snowing, right? It's still snowing on 7 a.m. It's still snowing at 1 p.m. Okay, so that's like round one. So Monday's round one. And what the GFS actually tries to do, which this would, again, be the worst case scenario, it tries to redevelop a storm behind the overrunning precipitation. So watch, it tries to develop a low off the coast and basically pulls the storm back inland. And this would be over a foot of snow easily for all areas north of central Delaware. Okay, this is the worst case scenario. Now, if we go to the European model, it's a lot different. So the European model just has overrunning precipitation. Notice that cold air boundary is a little further north now. Okay, so down here is snow changing to ice. Okay, this brings heavy precipitation through, but gives this area up here more of the accumulating snowfall. Okay, now the next model is the Canadian. Canadian looks a little more like the GFS, so it brings in overrunning precipitation on Monday. This is all snow for most areas, okay? And then again, it tries to redevelop something on Monday night into Tuesday, which again, this would be a significant snowfall for the whole region. So right now, we have the GFS and Canadian in the colder camp with more of a significant snowfall. European significant snowfall much further to the north, so it'd be mostly ice and rain. And it's just a factor of the different disturbances interacting. So this is a GFS. You can see here we have this northern component trying to phase with this big storm that just came off the Pacific Ocean. And you can really see it try to come together. That's why it's a big solution. Now, if I go back to the European, it's a lot flatter here, so it doesn't dig this down. And it just basically brings this up here and brings in warm air, so we see ice develop. And the Canadian is almost a kind of a mix between the European and GFS, I guess, but it's a pretty cold solution. So we have a lot to look at over the next couple of days, and I'm really going to have to dig in here and see what I want to do. This is just another view here. It shows the cold air boundary easier to see. So this is the GFS. This is a GFS. Okay, this is European. You can see that boundary more. So again, GFS, European, GFS, European, GFS, and basically the GFS is taking this polar vortex up here, pressing it a little further south, but not too much where it suppresses the storm. So high volatility forecast, as many would say. Tomorrow morning, when I see tonight's models, you'll get a first look at what I think is going to happen. But to be honest with you, I mean, this really could go any way. And just so you know, before I let everybody go here, where is it on here? I got to show this. End of next week. I've been talking about this pattern since early last week, and look at this. Another storm tries to develop at the end of next week. Now, this is a southern stream system, so a lot of the cold air stays to the north, but that could change too. We get a little more interaction from this energy up here to this. So winter is not over till at least mid-month. Don't even think about winter being over. It's not going to happen. You're going to have low temperatures on Friday, and it could be in the negative digits again, and highs in the teens on Friday. So buckle up, and we'll see what things look like tomorrow.